Hi there, it's Paul and Yulia Tarbath here, holistic nutritionists and lifestyle coaches at rawesomehealthy.com.
And we are here to help you create healthy hormones, healthy body, and a life of your dreams completely naturally. Now, you've probably heard about protein, and if you've got hormonal imbalances, if you're experiencing Hashimoto's or PCOS or hypothyroidism, endometriosis and fibroids and suffering from fertility, and basically if you want to balance your hormones naturally and get on top of the issues that you're experiencing, now you came across diets like paleo and keto. And you've probably heard that you need to eat tons of protein, and it needs to be from animal protein sources as well to help you rebalance your hormones. Well, today we actually going to talk about how too much protein from animal sources can harm your hormones and what you can do instead.
Okay, so let's start off with female fertility. Now, there was a famous Harvard nurses study which followed, I think it was 18,000 women over 8 years. And what they found was striking. They got them to note down everything they were eating, and what they found was a very stark correlation between their animal food intake and their fertility. And what they found was that for every meal of animal protein that they had, they would have a decrease in their fertility by about 30%. And what they found was, in particular, was poultry, in particular, was greatly effective in their fertility. And as I said, it dropped it by 30%, which is a third of their fertility, which is really dramatic.
Yes, and if it does that to your fertility and your hormones, what does it do to your body? Now, another issue with animal products is that they are very high in phosphorus, and that has a very bad effect on your health.
Yes, there's actually a hormone in your body called fibroblast growth factor 23. It's quite a mouthful, FGF 23. Fibroblast growth factor 23. But this is a serious issue. And the thing is, when you have animal protein in your diet, lots of animal products, it raises this hormone in your body. And the problem with this hormone is it can damage your blood vessels. It can also lead to heart attack, and even sudden death.
Yeah, so it's a serious consequence that can happen.
So eating more animal products is going to raise your levels of this hormone, and again, your risk of damage to blood vessels and heart attack and sudden death.
Now, another important hormone in your body is insulin, and amongst other things that it is responsible for, it is also responsible for regulating your blood sugar levels.
Now, there was a very big study called the EPIC study done in European countries. I think it was 10 European countries over 12 years. And what all these scientists found was that animal food intake, meat in particular, was associated with higher insulin levels, type 2 diabetes in particular. And what they found is when they test people on a high sugar diet and they give them tests on that, their glucose level actually goes down, which is in contrary to what most people think. They think sugar is bad for your blood sugar levels, but it has the actually opposite effect.
And it's a huge study that was carried out. And another thing, when we talk about sugar, we're not talking about people who just eat high sugar, white sugar, and that's all they eat. We're talking about sugar from whole food carbohydrates and a low percentage of fat from whole plant foods. Now, recently we published a beautiful interview with one of our clients, Nancy, who's 65, and she has gone through a tremendous transformation after she changed her lifestyle to whole plant foods and also tweaked other areas in her life. And she shared how she reversed many of her diseases, from high cholesterol and high blood pressure through to kidney issues. And talking about kidney issues and animal products, it's...
Yes, this is a really good one, because there was a study actually done. It compared plant protein to animal protein. So they monitored people's kidneys and see whatever difference there would be with people consuming a meal from animal protein and one from plant protein. And what they found was when they had the animal protein, they would get inflammation happening in their kidneys. And then when they had the plant protein, there would be no inflammation. So what they did was, they kept doing this, and they would see the protein from the animal foods switching on the inflammation in the kidneys, and the plant protein, it would go down again. So what they did was they then administered some anti-inflammatory drugs to the people who were eating the animal foods, and they found that the inflammation went down. So proving that there was some kind of inflammation going on, and it was due to them eating the animal protein meals.
Now, another important thing is that animal products increase the hormone that is known as IGF-1. So it's a growth hormone in the human body. And what's the risk of that?
Well, the risk of IGF-1 being increased by animal protein is because it increases your risk of cancer. And in fact, they found that with casein, for example, in studies where when casein comes from dairy products, and it's a protein you find in dairy products, that the more you add into the diet, the more chance you can increase of getting cancer. So it's really something you really want to remove from your diet, and that goes for all animal protein.
Yes, and we had 2 clients who had really high levels of precancerous cells in their body. And when they went and we switched them to a plant foods and whole foods lifestyle and implemented all other lifestyle changes as well, when they went back to their doctor 30 days later and retested themselves, it was normal. So they balanced their precancerous cell growth. So, if you want to experience healthy hormones, if you want to avoid your chances of kidney disease, kidney damage, inflammation, cancer, if you want to avoid your chances of hormones going out of balance because things like insulin, and because of that all the other things start
heart disease, stroke, all these other major diseases,
then it's absolutely crucial for you to change your lifestyle now and to think about all the changes and to implement the right changes to your plan. And if you are ready to take charge of your health and you want to do what it takes to reverse your current hormonal imbalances and prevent future diseases from popping up in the future, then join us for a free online masterclass where we're going to walk you through the 5 steps our clients use to reverse their hormonal imbalances and other chronic health challenges and drop up to 50 pounds of excess weight completely naturally. So it's rawesomehealthy.com/webinar. All right, thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for being here. Pop your comments in the comment section.
We'd love to hear from you as always.
And eat sweet, keep
fit.
See you again in
our next video.
Bye for now.